Okay, you're welcome to another fantastic episode of Humour Hangout with Koffi Tha Guru. I am Koffi Tha Guru, your host with the most. Here, I promise you're going to have fun on this one. Trust me, when I say so. Because I say so. No traffic shall delay your destiny. Amen, somebody, okay? I'm talking about traffic. You know, we're in Lagos, we're filming from Lagos. Sometimes my guests just don't find it easy coming through because of traffic. So when I hear people say there's traffic elsewhere, I just laugh. As in, have you met Lagos traffic? You don't encounter, you meet Lagos traffic. As in, once you are leaving a particular place, you need to call somebody and ask them, will I meet traffic on the way? Because our own traffic constantly is on the move. In fact, it was so bad. You see that song, Party After Party? We changed it in Nigeria to traffic after traffic after traffic after traffic. We don't have traffic here. We have a constant parking lot moving around town. You know, when people come from abroad, they say, oh, no. Our Google Assistant when we're driving, sometimes just malfunctions. I even remember there was this time I went to a function and I was leaving, and then one imam decided to hitch a ride with me. Now, our Google Assistant does not know how to call certain things around here. Our signboards write the short form of Alhaji. It's supposed to be A-L-H-A-J-I, full, but they will shorten it to A-L-H, dot, then the name. So the imam is very, very particular about such things. You know, Alhaji must be Alhaji. So we were leaving the venue, and as we were going, the navigation was telling me, turn right at 100 yards, turn left. And then we got to one place and it says, you're now entering ALH Dangote. The imam flipped. What? F-country? Disrespect. A whole Alhaji Dangote. You are calling ALH. ALH? You cannot call his name fool? Yes, sir. It's just Google Assistant. It's from abroad. It's what he's seeing that is called. The man didn't understand. So as we're now approaching after 7-Up, in Lagos, as you're coming, there's a place called 7-Up, and then after that there is a branch off to a place called Ojota. Suddenly, as we were approaching, the assistant now said, fuck right to Ojota. The Baba just flipped. Let me come down. What do you mean fuck right? I couldn't explain to him. Small children like you are talking anyhow in public. Fuck right. I said, no. It as in a road with different branches are called like that, not what you're thinking in your head. So what am I thinking? Let me come down. And as he was coming down, he now looked around the car. Wherever that girl that is telling you nonsense is hiding in this car, God will punish her. There's no girl in here. It's simply technology. All right, that's the beginning. The show is starting right about now. Remember, stay on your focus. Focus on your focus and stay on your target. Everybody's got a target. I'm your host. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Idowu-Nuel, and you're watching Humour Hangout with Koffi Tha Guru.
Okay, we're back. It's Humour Hangout with Koffi Tha Guru. Yes, I'm your host with the most. And I said it in the beginning that this is going to be explosive. I have an animal with me. An animal. When I say animal, humorous entity. As in, one of the clowns that refuses to morph and change his behavior from what he is. He's so much of an animal that he goes by the name of an animal, but a higher degree of that animal. You know, a hyena is hyena. But when a hyena is now, conjugated to the next level, it becomes Hyenana. Ladies and gentlemen, MC Prince Hyenana.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it because see, clap for God, not me. Because it's God that made me this animal that you said. You understand? It's called the greatest of all time, a goat. You understand? That's why I am called Hyenana. You understand? Because the name I know it's situated from a biogany of an antithesis icon of geological sagacity that's pragmatic and carcinogenic in the entities of an industry. You understand? So it balances the equation of subordinates. And that is how you know me. You understand? So the subordination of an enterprise can never ever be deviated from his own personal person. That's PP, P square.
This is the second time I'm having him as a guest on a show. I was hoping lightning would not strike twice the same place. Thunder fire you.
I retweet. It's like the first time you had me as a guest, one day you have known me. So now you have me as
say it in English. Say it in English.
The eye and I saw. You cannot say no see person again.
And I saw.
Like you have seen the person your eyes saw. You cannot say you don't see the person again now. You don't know the person, you already know.
Do you need eye drops?
You don't understand. Like you have seen me before. You said you have a guest. I'm no more a guest. I came to one show like that. When I'm coming second time. So yeah, haven't your eyes saw me before? I'm an eyesore to you. You understand? So the second time now. So
what did you study in school?
I studied medicine. I wanted to be a doctor.
You studied what?
Medicine.
Medicine, where?
The great citadel of learning, a biography of building, a city I built on the rock that can never be hidden, Osu.
You studied medicine in Osu?
Yes.
No wonder. Because if you had studied it elsewhere, it probably would have worked. It is only in Osu you study medicine and this is what you will become.
No, I totally disagree with that, sir. Because even
what's the English and
the same thing you said was what Aman Paul said. You understand? I disagree with her too. Because to be a meditator, you understand, you have to have like 4.2. But I had 4.05. That was, instead of becoming the doctor, I became a patient because they said they wouldn't.
You know, my patience is running thin.
You understand? So,
I'm taking from you and I'm using those. But when was it that you were serious? Like within a minute that you just say, okay, 30 seconds, let me be serious. Is it when you're eating or sleeping or at what point in the day are you serious? At what point?
Oh, most of the time I'm serious when I see my mother's call because she's always asking for a wife. I'm serious when I see my younger sister's call. Bolade, to be precise, she's always asking for accommodation. I'm serious when I see my younger
Can we stop with family explosives? Can we let's just stay on, let's go elsewhere. Let's go elsewhere. You're one of the
very... This is a serious show.
It's a...
You said when was I serious? I'm telling you my serious time.
It's not a serious show.
Okay.
But you're getting serious with your personal issues on the show.
Okay, sir.
And I'm thinking we should not, reveal all of your elu and, all those things. As in, you're one of the most brilliant comedians in Nigeria. I can't take that away from you. As in,
take it out, collect it back.
I don't think we'll be able to run the full time on this show, on this episode with this guy. Okay? This is a habit of his. He's usually on Alibaba's show and they usually drive him out of the show because the seriousness of the show is usually tweaked over by his non-entity. So he's a good nuisance.
Teacher, hi. Can I say something?
You already said something.
Anytime people talk about you, they don't put accolades to any other person. They talk about the coffee brands. So anytime I talk about me, you just mention me, you talk about Alibaba. I'm a brand of my own. So please, anytime you talk about me, always mention Alibaba.
Always mention Alibaba. Or don't mention Alibaba.
Attach it. Attach it like you said.
Okay. Humour Hangout allows for some seriousness and then some banter. but it's not looking like we're going to get any serious part today. So that's one exclusive episode where everything just goes Ori. You know the meaning of Ori?
You know what I mean?
Ori.
It's like dreadlock. Like everything goes Ori. It's not, hair is not cool. Hairy is the
I didn't say hairy, Ori.
Hairy, Ori. Oh, horn here. A hairy that is not combed is Ori.
Now this guy pulled a stunt at the toll gate then and did incantations on Naira notes to pay for his toll pass. You should go and watch that skit online. Here is a madman you should avoid in traffic, especially. We'll be back on Humour Hangout with Koffi Tha Guru. Just stay with us.
Hello, partners of judges, accurate timekeepers, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies. Well, my name is Funny Doctor. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I'm here to make you happy. You know, the stress of the country is becoming hyperactive now due to the hypochronic phenomenon, which can lead to dysentery of the deceptive hyperglycemia, which can lead to leukemia of the mental digression of the brain. That is to say, you need to use your brain boss in order for you to make it in Lagos. Now, talking about names, my name is Funny Doctor, but let me tell you the official name. I have a mentor, his name is Ali Baba. We came from the same place. Where we came from, our names are always long. Why? It's because when your name is long, we believe where we came from is that when your name is long, your money will be long. That's why Ali Baba's money is long. But come to think of it, my name is longer than that of Ali Baba. I went for an event for this darling Nigeria. A white guy called me and said, I want you to anchor our product launch, whatever. So I was like, okay, my fee is 500K, so no problem. Let me have your details so that I can sign a check for you. He brought out a check. He said, what's your name? I said, well, my name is Idowu-Nuel from Idowu-Nuel. He looked at me. He said, please kindly spell your name. I said, IHWGHWAVWEPROMISCOGHENYEROHOVWO. He looked at me. He said, is it website? I said, Google it. You know, it's so funny that I respect some set of people in Nigeria. I don't know if you know them. They call them the force people. You know why they call them force? If you don't agree with them, they use force. Army, I respect them a lot. There's one of my brother is in Canada. Let me tell you why he ran to Canada. When we were in Lagos, that was 2015, he bought a car, Camry 2.2. Whenever he's driving along the road, you know mainland, somebody will just come and bash the car. And you know in Lagos, his first attack, if you shout first, you are the winner of the fight. So whenever he tries to talk, somebody will just say, do you want to, before he say no problem. He now went to buy Koboko in front of the car. He told all of us, he said, whenever I'm driving, if anybody bashes my car, just come out and be shouting, General, General, General. So they will think I'm a general in the army. Just bring out this Koboko, start flogging people. 2 weeks, it was successful. After 2 weeks, the real general came. Was driving a G-Wagon. As he was driving past by, he hit us. Immediately, my brother jumped out of the car. You know, I have sharp eyes. I already saw the uniform. So I was like, Efe. The rest guys were shouting, General, General! And it was so bold. He was moving with constant acceleration and alacrity. He was moving towards the vehicle. I was shouting, Efe, now die with you, Efe. He got to where the G-Wagon is. One of the soldiers opened the car. You know, when you see the color of the uniform, you will know there's a difference between I don't make it and I will make it. So when he saw the general with the uniform, the general smiled and asked Efe, he said, my brother, are you a general? When he knew there's problem, he said, actually, you know when somebody say actually, he's gone. He said, I stay close to General Hospital. 2 weeks, he was still in the General Hospital. I went to visit, I said, General, I said, you the Chris? I'm not a general, I'm a fake. So he left for Canada. So talking about armies and soldiers, you know, this Alibaba January 1st concert they did 2020, January 1st, there was this guy, he's in charge of the tickets. So, you know that on the first, the night to January 1st, you know, people used to go out, drink, enjoy themselves. The guy was drunk. he forgot that he's supposed to hand over some tickets to Alibaba. So that early morning, he was called. With the alcoholic, whatever, it's just so high. He entered the sky, was just driving with a constant speed. Immediately, he wanted to negotiate into a hotel. He bashed one car, Range Rover Sport. You know, in Lagos, when you come outside, I told you before, first to shout, we win the case. Immediately, the guy came and was shouting, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? They opened the Range Rover. 2 soldiers came outside. And they asked the guy, who are you? When he saw them, he smiled. He said, actually, I'm a press. They said, hey, what kind of press are you? He said, I'm a printing press. I'm the one that printed the ticket for Alibaba January 1st. He said, hey, okay, our guy is inside. Let's ask him if he's going to buy the ticket. And I said, guy, he's selling tickets. Okay. Ask him how much the ticket, how much he sells the ticket. He said, how much is the ticket? He said, regular 5,000, VIP 25, table 5 million. The guy said, I need table. So they said, we need table. He thought they wanted to buy the table. And I said, actually, you are going to do 5 million press up. As I speak with you, he's still in 3,444,000 at the Koffi Tha Suite.
Okay, still Humour Hangout with Koffi Tha Guru, and I'm here with my friend, my brother, one of Africa's finest comedians. Compare as a master of ceremony. Brilliant, brilliant fellow. So we're wrapping on the show.
Also, mommy, they even know I've been trying to live a good life. All these things you tell about me is just my accolade. My live by the humble entity. I don't like when they say it outside because comfort zone is the mother of invention.
Okay, let's move forward. I wanted to ask you this. I didn't want to ask you any serious questions that would put me in trouble. So, vis-a-vis, I've realized that this episode is just a buffoonery episode. So, is it bath, or bait? What was the correct thing to say?
Depends on the time of the week.
Depends on the time of the week.
Yeah.
If it is bath, or
Bath.
bait, it's bath.
You just took your bath. That's Monday. You bath. That's the day before. That's Sunday. You bathe. Bathe. It's been not like baited. You understand? But if you now use that baited, that's like that you bath. Bath is Monday. You bath is Sunday. You bathe. You got bathe, sir. I bathe too. Yeah, bathe. So bathe means baptismal anticipation of terrestrial homophagy. It's like it's been a long time.
Okay, is it Twitter or Twitter?
It's Twitter.
Is what?
If you're talking to your clients, you can't understand that.
It's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
It's not Twitter or Twitter. It's Twitter. There's a third one, Twitter.
It's
Where were you born?
where?
Yeah, where were you born?
I was born at the border.
Okay.
So how do I have citizenship?
Okay, is it chocolate or chocolate?
The one that I'm saying in Nigeria, chocolate you. You owe cheap budget. See, chocolate is expensive. Chocolate is cheap.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you this one. If we're playing masculine, feminine names that have feminine versions of feminine names. Okay, like there's George, there's Georgina, there's Paul, there's
Paulina,
there's Philip.
There's Filipiano.
Okay, there's Kola.
There's Colleen.
There's Tunde.
Ednot.
There's Tom.
Tomiwa. There's Tomiwa female. Can't say a girl is Tom. It has to be Tomiwa.
There's Debo.
Deborah.
There's Kofo.
Koffi.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm wrapping up on the show. Let me throw my tongue twister at you. Then we do that, then we go. Friday, February 1444, Father Francis fried 5 fishes for 5 fathers from France. You say it 3 times. Friday, February 1444, Father Francis fried 5 fishes for 5 fathers from France. 3 times.
I want to ask a question. I say it 3 times, what happened? Because I know most of the time when you call it in Yoruba language, I mean Yoruba, if you call Ogun 3 times, something will happen. Shango 3 times. If I say this thing 3 times, what will happen?
You get a gift.
Say it again.
Friday, February 1444, Father Francis fried 5 fishes for 5 fathers from France.
No, let me retweet. Friday, February 14th. Can't say I'm getting there. Friday, February 1444, Father Francis fried 5 fishes.
Wait. What are you doing with your eye?
Father Francis is, you see, he rarely fries. You understand? He's a father. I know fathers are not allowed to cook. They only cook on the days of bazaar. You understand? It's every food they cook on bazaar that they auction. That's it.
Excuse me, Friday, February 1444, Father Francis fried 5 fishes for 5 fathers from France. Finish 3 times.
Friday, February 1444, Father Francis fried
February.
We should just thank God that what is fried is sweet. Because some people will fry and they will not even be able to eat the fruit of their labor. You understand? Father Francis, I tap grace from you wherever you are right now. That's all I have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking my quotes for this episode, quotes of the Guru from the book The Scars That Made Me a Star, Beauty of the Beast. You can find it online, that's my book. And this one says, everyone has a cool side. Stop pressing the wrong button. Do you agree?
Everyone
Has a cool side. Stop pressing the wrong button.
Everyone has a cool side. Stop pressing
The wrong button.
the wrong button. Wow, that is true.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what I think after the show.
Okay. Don't wait. What do you like? Tea or coffee?
See,
Tea. I have a mug for you to take your tea every time you want to take a tea. And some other goodies to say thank you for coming on the show. There you go. Thank you so much for coming. Uncle.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, sir. I will never forget this day in my life. You know, I lost my dad.
Whoa.
It's something I'm still battling with, you understand?
I'm so sorry.
I ought not to have come to the show, but
Oh,
I
I
had to
didn't
come
know.
based on your pedigree, sir.
I am honored.
I
And
miss
may
you a
his
lot.
soul rest in peace.
Thank you. Today marks the 25th year that I died. You understand? And you understand the feeling of Babaku. You understand? Thank you so much. I came to your show when the same day my father died. You understand? It's like counting wish in Baba Ijebu. Like my father died. And I came to your show 24 weeks. But my father is there after 24 years again. Since my father is now you. You can't understand the
You will
forecast.
die. That's been our show, ladies and gentlemen. I need to leave this madman.